Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, this is that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your sometimes humble host, joined by my beautiful co-hosts, Andrew Tiede and quiet Michael Labune. And we are going to have some funny memes for you. But first, trademarked copyrighted aspect of this show, the depressing news.
We did it first.
Yep, it's ours. It's ours. I'm loving it. Well, it's been a rough week. Got to admit it. It's been a really rough week. I don't know if you see the top story there. Zoe Zephyr, the first trans representative in the Montana House, has been expelled from her Congress, and a judge has rejected her bid to come back. So she's still going to be remote voting, and all those congressmen from the GOP in Montana won't have to look at a trans woman, which is... Fuck. The Senate in D.C. has been on a real roll. Did you know that they blocked the Equal Rights Amendment 100 years after its introduction? So the ERA, which would give women the full and equal rights, under the Constitution, rejected again. I'd like to remind you that Dolly Madison said, if the founding fathers didn't get it done, it would take 100 years. And she was off by another 100 years. So that kind of sucks. Let's see here. We did have some cool stuff that happened. Mike Pence, he had to testify in, I don't know, something, but I'm just dying to see some footage on that till we can, hear Mike Pence say, he wanted to hang me, but he in like a friendly way, in a very Christian way. He wanted to, so it was all good. So that's kind of funny. Hey, speaking of the White House, though, the coolest thing that happened, I believe, at the White House this week is that President Biden welcomed the Tennessee Three to discuss gun control.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And here we can see the two Justins flanked by, flanking Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. Sorry for the low-res picture. I had a better one, but I screwed it up. Anyway, they got to meet and they got to talk about some common sense gun control issues, which was fantastic. There's been a ton of media things that have gone on that have just been mind-blowing. Vice News tonight canceled Vice Media and fired over 100 staff. This is on the heels of BuzzFeed last week announcing they were shutting down BuzzFeed News. The Vice Union said on Twitter, these workers are suffering the consequences of years of poor decisions that they played no part in. And I'd say that's true. I thought Vice News tonight was a pretty good show, actually. Senate GOP needed some help, so they got Joe Manchin, and they all teamed up and voted against new emissions limits for heavy trucks. So if you're driving a heavy truck, you can fart all you want. That's basically it. Hey, the abortion ban had failed in both South Carolina and Nebraska, so that was kind of fun. In Kansas, the GOP overrid Democratic governor to pass a sweeping anti-trans bathroom law. Remember bathroom laws? Remember that like 6-7 years ago? It was all freaking out about bathroom laws. Now,
Eric, we're stuck on this paywall, this Washington Post paywall. I love the picture of Justin Jones, but our screen's not moving with you.
I know. I didn't have it all lined up because it's punk rock. I don't know if you guys caught any of the cross-examination of Gene Carroll, but Trump's lawyer is a grade A prick. Oh my God. I'm not going to repeat anything he said, but he's a terrible person and he's going to hell. I just wanted you to see him before he goes because good damn. Yeah, so that was a lot of stuff. I had a birthday. That was cool. That was cool. I feel like somebody died. Some other important things happened, but I can't remember them right now. So I just throw them in the rest of the show. Yeah, and we always like to close out on a heartwarming animal story. I actually shot one of my own this week, which is whack. This is a bee.
Whoa.
It's a bee that I found outside, and just stuck. Anyway, I took like a long piece of grass and I got in there and I flipped him over, but he just tumbled around and rolled around like an idiot. So I think that's why they call him bumblebees, because he's just bumbling. Even with help.
Is this I think this is an FB4tB exclusive. We're the only
Yeah.
ones reporting this.
Oh yeah, totally. Now,
You
was
literally
not-
can't get this anywhere else.
anywhere else. That's true. This is straight from my backyard recently. I mean, everything still looks just like that actually back there. But I do like to do a heartwarming animal story. This thing was cruising around Twitter. This is the threadfin. Heard the sound there. Threadfin snailfish, or Caproproctus longiphilis. Look at that. Look at that cutie. Look at him in your face. Look at him. Oh yeah. So there you go. There's your heartwarming, actually really terrifying animal story.
Hey, go back. Can you go back one screen, Eric? I think
Oh, yeah? What?
I don't.
You
Just
don't
back to the screen before the video.
this?
What was that? Longiphilis.
Yeah.
That was my nickname in college.
Oh, longiphilis.
Yeah.
I remember you had the jersey with it written across the back. That was cool. That was really
That's
cool.
right.
All right. Well, that constitutes the news from Facebook for the Blind from May 2nd, 2023. And now off to my beautiful co-host, Quiet Michael, with a nice long round.
Round one.
All right, everybody. Here comes my big long round one. We kicking off the show with film facts. While filming Mrs. Doubtfire, circa 1993, Robin Williams improvised so much that there were PG, PG-13, rated R, and NC-17 cuts of the film. Carl
awesome.
Franson replies, release the Mrs. Doubtfire NC-17 cut.
I don't know if we're ready for that.
I don't know if I want to know, man. Hey, Tiede, I'm going to make a deal with you. I'm not going to make you read the whole meme, but I am going to make you read Chris Craig's reply over here. Okay? Do you see where this is? Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'll read the top part. This is a
Okay.
this is a tweet from Y'all Feel Weird. Y'all Feel Weird tweets out, Jake Gyllenhaal didn't bottom in the mountains with no lube and a bussy full of beans just for y'all to act like he's some brand new actor. And Chris Craig replies, hit it, Tiede.
Chris Craig replies with, bottom in the mountains with a bussy full of beans is the new hook to Bulls on Parade.
Bottom in the mountains with a bussy full of beans.
Why did you make me oh God.
Julia Claire at Julia tweets, says, can someone make a deep fake of my dad apologizing to me? I just want to see what it would look like. The Laughing Librarian
Aw.
says that a friend had a new baby girl. Her coworker asked, what's her name? My friend replied, Melanie Noel. Her coworker says, how do you spell it then? So you got that a lot faster than I did. Melanie Noel is the stupid joke embedded in this paragraph.
That's it.
Oh, man.
Thank you for the second reading. I needed that.
Fucking sober at fucking_sober says, maybe you're not an alcoholic. Derogatory. So it's maybe you're not an alcoholic.
I'm not. I hardly ever drink.
I think I have three more for this round. Here's like a silhouette of Jesus, and it's a how-to page. It says how to fundamentally change the point of a religion. That's right. This is how to fundamentally change the point of a religion. Step 1, Jesus spends his life modeling the reign of God, which was created with inclusion, built on peace, and sustained by justice. Step 2, Jesus' followers ignore all that and worship Jesus as God. End of list.
Oh.
This is like such a just shot. And he signs it, Reverend Dr. Caleb J. Lyons. Happy. Got two more for this round. Here we have a picture of the United States, Missouri. At first glance, Missouri is shaded in. And this person tweets out, and everything's blocked out, so I can't know who they are. It says, man, I need to admit something. Every time I'm drunk, I make Missouri slightly larger on its Wikipedia page. When you look a little closer, you see that, like, Missouri is fucking huge, man. And then the next tweet is, whoever reported me for this and got me banned, you are a huge nerd bitch. All right, and my last meme for round one comes from anarcho.spirituality, friend of the show, anarcho.spirituality, and it's a picture of Jesus holding a bunch of little kids. It's like really cartoonish. And it says, and Jesus says, it is easier for a camel to get through the eye of a needle than for someone who is rich to enter the kingdom of God. And one little boy says back, my dad says you're a fucking communist.
Yeah.
And that's it for my round one. Tiede, let's see what you
Sweet.
got.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, is that time of the week where we celebrate my world famous, often imitated, never duplicated short round one.
First off, I would like to slightly complain because what you said round one was immediately followed by round two, and there is no round one. So here you go.
If I did that, I don't even know how I did that this morning. Okay, starting off in front of the show, Jason Crowley reposted I love grilling meat, friend of the show, and it says it's a picture of a Venus flytrap. It's got all a bunch of little mouths, and they're all open, just like, you know, looking for a fly. And it says, dear vegans, even your plants think you're wrong.
Damn.
That's funny.
Sorry, I just they brag too much. Okay, moving on.
Oh crap.
Plants eat a bunch of shit I ain't gonna eat though.
Yeah.
Right.
Who?
Front of the show, non-aesthetic things. It just says nobody. The puddle at the gas station, and it's Neil Patrick Harris in this very odd suit. It's kind of like green and bluish up at the top, and gets a little purpley in the middle, then pink. Basically, yeah, it's the puddle at the gas station. You've all seen it. Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, the rainbow puddle.
Yeah.
What you're talking about.
Why petroleum
Rainbow puddle
products should
nickname,
not be
etc.
in water.
Dude, in the 70s when I was a kid, somebody told me that that's where the rainbows had touched down.
I would believe that.
I did.
I always thought it was just where gay people walked.
Oh.
Dude, I wish that was true. It's like fucking rainbows everywhere.
Right?
Except we'd all know.
Leaving it.
That'd be sweet. Next up, the angry bartender acquaintance. Repost from Brendan Murphy. I don't know who he is, but it just says White Claw is for people who don't eat pizza crust, and Four Loko is for people who eat other people's pizza crust. It's a picture of Eric DeAndre, and he leaned back with a pencil in his hand and says, why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
That is oddly accurate.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, moving on. I feel personally attacked by this meme. Says it's just says, Dad, son, you're adopted. Me, wow, I wonder who my real parents are. Dad, we are your real parents. Your adopted parents are coming to pick you up. And it's a picture of Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik going, I was not expecting that.
Nice.
Next up, meme culture, friend of the show. It's a two panel, and then the first panel, it's the Mandalorian and Boba Fett kind of looking in the same direction. And Boba Fett goes, meat eaten as comfort food is still an emotional support animal. And then in the next panel, Mandalorian is staring at Boba Fett, even with the helmet on. You know he's looking at him like, what the fuck? I mean, he's not wrong though.
You're making me feel things.
Sorry. All right, next up,
I'm hungry.
in front of the show, Tim Joseph. So, just the picture, it says meteorologist dressed for mid-80s, me and the boys. And below we have from left to right 80s wrestling stars, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Tugboat, Hulk Hogan, and the Big Boss Man. And oh boy, there's a look going on in this picture, and oof.
Is he giving you funny feelings in your fifis?
No,
Dude,
it's just like
I forgot about Tugboat.
there's so much
That, like-
chest hair and testosterone and steroids.
I'm just saying
A
this.
lot of smoke.
I
They're
was
standing in front of a brick wall.
Yeah.
guys, I was into the Village People in the 70s, and they didn't look this gay.
Well, I mean, the fact that
10
two
years
of them
later.
are standing there in their underwear, one of them lathered in baby oil, smiling maniacally.
Those those are the straightest underwear fucking face of the planet. There is nothing gay about those underwear. I'll have you
All right.
know.
Well,
right.
I mean, I'm not. I guess I can't argue that.
You're making a point there. You're making a point there.
All right, we've
Now,
analyzed the hell out of that one.
Big Boss Man's whole thing.
Oh yeah, dude. That was a scary dude to me, man. He always kind of scared me.
All right.
All right. Well, I hate cops. Jason Jester, friend of the show, friend of the universe. He just says, I don't even try anymore. And it says, me to myself. This is annoying. This conversation is annoying. This person is annoying. I hope I'm hiding it well. And then it says my face. And then here we have a very pissed off looking dude. Furrowed brow, flared nostrils, pursed lips. This dude's pissed. And I feel
He's visibly
this because
annoyed.
that's my face when I just relax it. I just look like I want to punch somebody.
I don't know, man. I think Michael Matthews has you beat on the resting.
Oh
murder.
no, I will not argue that either, but
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
just saying because he looks like it too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we can smell around. All right. The
Whoa.
last one I got for round one here, also from friend of the show, friend of the universe, Jason Jester. And he just says, we can learn a lot from this man. And someone has posted, I did a double take when I realized those were pizza rolls in his pocket. And sure enough, we have a picture of a dude standing there in his cargo shorts. The pocket's kind of bulging, and they zoom in, and it's a pocket full of pizza rolls, man. And I'm almost a 41-year-old fat guy. I've never thought of this, and I'm ashamed of myself. That's my round one. We'll end it on that awkward silence.
I want to. No, I just kept wanting to think of like a pizza pocket joke.
Yeah.
You want a pocket pizza pussy pocket pizza pocket?
Yeah, that's it. All I can think is pussy full of beans.
Well,
Fucking ruined me.
all
It
right.
ruined us all, Leon. I want you to know that. Sizemore, have fun, buddy.
On to my round one, or as we like to call it, the Wholesome Round. Gonna kick it off with a quote from T.S. Eliot, who said, "The very existence of libraries affords the best evidence that we may have yet hope for the future of man." That's about as hopeful as it gets right there.
I dig it.
You're just saying to yourself, man, it couldn't get any more hopeful than that. Oh, yeah? Here's a picture of Prince in a Batman muscle t-shirt on roller skates. Yeah. 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 I'll see your greased up wrestlers and bring you Prince.
Okay, touche.
Friend of the show and founding father of Facebook for the Blind, George, passes along this little two panel. We see a big muscled arm on a steering wheel, and it says, "Before investing in crypto." Then we see a big muscled arm gripping a bus seat after investing in crypto. That was great. Sometimes, guys, I just like headlines that make me happy. Far-right podcaster Steven Crowder implies ex-wife shouldn't have been allowed to divorce him. His rant comes as conservatives increasingly attack the right to no-fault divorce. So, just coming right out and saying the quiet part out loud. This was passed along by a friend of the show, Steve Rendell, who said, rightest piece of shit. Steven Crowder's wife is divorcing him, and he doesn't think she should have the right to. Weird. Okay. This one I passed around at the office. Just a picture of a woman drinking from a soda, and it says coffee, the WD-40 of adulthood. No lies detected. No lies detected. This is an interesting one. Friend of the show, David Rothman, passes this along. Oh, let's see here. He's just, I think it just, in my opinion, all movies being some kind of superhero shit are paid for by Disney is kind of like when every painting and sculpture was just some Jesus shit commissioned by the Catholic Church. And then Smug and a bitch says, Marvel movies, enormous collaborative projects involve hundreds of people, beloved by the masses, functions as propaganda for U.S. foreign policy. Cathedrals, enormous collaborative projects that involve hundreds of people, beloved by the masses, functions as propaganda for the Catholic Church. And this guy says, I'll be honest, it was less of an attempt to make a serious point and more of an attempt to upset Marvel fans and Catholics with just one post. Anyway, my friend David said, I think this is funny, but do MCU movies function as propaganda for U.S. foreign policy? And I told David, yes. In a new tradition that we have started, we're popping up memes and we're having our friends read them. So, Michael Abune, I would like you to read this next one, please.
All right, here we go. Arcadia lately says cows will kill more people than sharks. Face-eating leopard says, I'm surprised that cows kill any sharks at all.
Thank you, Dad.
That's pretty good.
That was all right. So this one was rather interesting. Friend of the show, Corey Showtime Robinson. If you're not following Corey Showtime Robinson, you're missing out. He reposts Pretty Axe Bunny here, who says, what's the brokest y'all have been? And nobody's parent replies, card declined on ramen noodles. I was buying one bag. Cashier said, man, just take it.
Damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you what, as I hovered over the comment section, I realized I do not have the bravery to tell anybody the brokest I have been. That is some off the record information. This next one, and I've got about maybe 5 more here from a friend of the show, Marty, who posts Glumshoe, who says, imagine Bob Ross painting in the style of Hieronymus Bosch. This little demon down here is kind of lonely. Let's give him some happy little friends. Little demon party. Somebody's captioned it, Hieronymus Bob. He said, it's your tortured human soul. You can choose how many blackbirds you want to fly out of his anus, just as many as you think it needs. Oh, Garden of Earthly Delights, deep cut reference. Yeah, baby. One of my favorite posts this week, and I might have done it last week, but I don't care. It describes this show. ADHD, attention dialed into a higher dimension. That's what's happening now, people. All right. This next one's a 2-panel. It's got Captain Kirk in it, except he's not Captain Kirk. I think it's one of his movie characters. But anyway, the 2-panel. There's a woman in the car, and she said, are the E's in B silent? You just see Kirk looking at her like, huh? Are the E's in the word bees silent? All right.
That's some fucking good weed. She's
yeah.
going to be thinking about that.
Man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. English dude. Oh, I know. I love like headlines that are just awesome. This is from friend of the show, Sherry L. Flanders, in honor of the woman who lied about Emmett Till being in hell, Carolyn Donham. And Carolyn Donham says, damn, it's hot down here. And the official Rush Limbaugh page replies, yeah, but it's a dry heat. Carolyn B. Donovan, you are in hell. All right. When we started doing this show, I never made memes. I found them. I would just, find stuff and clip them and stuff. But I've made more memes. And this one got a lot of traction on both the Facebook for the Blind page and my own page. This one's just a fun fact I found. 1 in 20 U.S. adults, or roughly 16 million people, own at least one AR-15. And I positioned a little graphic of the AR-15 countering our good friend Sigmund Freud with a cigar. And he's cocking his eyebrow at you. And he's got his hand on his hip like, Jesus.
Wow.
Got the cigar.
That's unsettling.
It is. It is. And is the Sigmund Freud, I'm making fun of their tiny penises coming across? Is this joke well written? I don't know. That wraps up my wholesome round 1. And
All right.
Mr. Third.
That's right.
Round
It is time for a number 2.
The ill-defined, irreverent number 2 round.
Ill Reverend number 2. Kepley says, once we are extinct, I hope aliens will visit and see our empty, desolate landscapes filled with Jesus is coming signs and assume that he ate us. Pastel Goth System replies, reverse communion. And Arco Spirituality says, there's a picture of some kids playing in like a sprinkler with rainbow. Everything's rainbow colored. And it says, they should invent a body that does not keep the score. That's for my really progressive friends out there. We're having fun with that one. And Arco Spirituality has a lot of memes in this show tonight. I can promise you that. 2 pictures here. One of John Lennon, the other of God. Picture of John Lennon says, imagine there's no heaven. And then next to God, we see that God says, imagine there's no John Lennon.
I kind of hear God saying punk.
Yeah. Lil John Lovitz at Lil John Lovitz, friend of the show, Lil John Lovitz says, when I'm a good boy and finish all my tasks, I should get to do one crime. The Laughing Librarian's back. They said, and now an expurgated line from a Danielle Steele novel, and we see this is just a very erotica book kind of cover. I don't know, muscly guy with long hair, and he's getting ready to kiss this gal in a dress. They're in a fucking garden or something. And she says to him, undress me with words. And he replies, you have a spider in your bra. Living Joke at living_joke says, we've reached that point where the police are just throwing people in jail for having left-wing politics. That's right. We've reached that point where the police are just throwing people in jail for having left-wing politics. And then we see a headline from Fox 32 Chicago that says, Chicago tenant arrested after landlord found dismembered in freezer.
I love this guy.
And
I want to follow that guy.
Yeah, that's probably is Living Joke at living_joke.
Nice.
All right. I have 3 more for this round. In Arco Spirituality's back, we see Jesus reaching into the water. This is in standing on the water and reaching in to the water toward us. And Jesus says, laugh out loud. How did you fall in the toilet again? Let's get you out of there. This is clearly supposed to be in reference to Peter falling into the water while walking next to Jesus on the water. Never mind. And Arco Spirituality's back. This time it's the classic meme where the little boy and the little girl are standing in the corner and they're super terrified of something and they're both staring at it.
Oh yeah.
The little kids are the scared, terrified children are labeled conservative Christians. And what they're afraid of is Acts chapter 2, verse 44 and 45, where it says, all the believers were together and held all things in common and sold their property and possessions and distributed the money to those according to their needs.
Yup.
Nothing's more scary than that. And my last one for this round comes from your BFF, Alex, at Cybermonkey with a P. And he says, Kingsmen, Your Highness, we couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. King, drunk as fuck. Let the horses try. All right, Tiede. Now for
Hey.
your number 2.
It's time for my big healthy number 2.
Oh, nice.
Deathcore Doll 84 at Deathcore Doll 84 says, I'm not appreciated enough. I saw this bread and not one person laughed when I said that ass dough. And it's a picture of a loaf of bread that does look like a very ample derriere.
It's true.
Very thick,
ample.
tushy. That ass dough.
Dough spelled like the
Dough,
bread.
as in doughboy.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Moving on in my number 2. Internet Hall of Fame. A picture of a FedEx truck, and it says, a man hurled racist slurs and a punch at a FedEx driver, then died after he was punched back. And Black Party commented, damn, he sent him to God, same day shipping.
Nice.
That's a fucking tight joke, man.
Yeah,
That is
no
on
notes, no notes.
Perfect.
Perfection. Heavy Magazine, front of the show, posted a picture and it just says 75% of Finnish park rangers' jobs is rescuing metal bands that get lost shooting album covers, and it's a picture of the Finnish wilderness and 5 dudes that are only in like a Viking metal band. I probably own that album. All right. Here we got, I feel personally attacked by this meme once again. It says, when you really want your local council to do some work, and it's a picture of a horribly patched over road full of potholes, but it's spray paint over that. It says, have seen holes filled better on Pornhub.
Oof.
Nice.
That's a tight joke.
Yep.
Yeah. I like to think that somebody made this joke when they drove over this, and then they were like, I'm coming back with some spray paint.
Yes, that 100%. That's how that happened.
And you know what he was thinking? I got to make this joke tight because I don't want to buy any more spray paint that I'm going to need.
Yeah, you don't want to
Right,
get caught.
to edit this shit.
It's like a real life Twitter. Just informs you.
Yeah, no shit. You gotta commit.
I only have
Right.
this many characters. All right.
It's like writing a joke on the stall wall, which I like to call the first social media.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's true. Dogs were doing it before language. Excellent.
All right. Next up, we got, I feel personally attacked by this meme. Once again, becoming a quick friend of the show here. It says, when you're at work and someone steals your good pen, it's a picture of Ice Cube from the movie Boys in the Hood. He's got his chest puffed out and his arms out like, bitch, what? Let's do this.
Yeah.
Come at me.
Come at me, bro.
That's real, man.
Yeah.
I can't work in
Oh,
environments
yeah,
like
no,
that.
I've lost so many good pens. Freaking vultures. All right, moving on. I'm only here for the jokes. Front of the show. It says, apparently there's a third option between burial and cremation. And it's a picture of a hearse hauling a wood chipper.
That's a wood chipper.
Wow. That is definitely a
A
wood
big
chipper.
wood chipper.
You know,
Fargo style wood chipper.
yeah, I wish our friend that handled this kind of thing was on the call because I'd like to get some details on this.
Yes.
Nice.
All right. Next up here. I feel personally attacked by this meme once again. Just says going through a rough time. And it's the invention of glue, and it's 2 medieval kind of looking dudes sitting in a bar or some shit. And one of them's going, I bet if we melt a horse, we could use it to stick stuff to other stuff. And the next panel, his buddy's looking at him like, dude, is everything okay at home? Yeah, if we melt a horse, we can stick it to other stuff.
You guys ever think about all the stuff that works that we had to try, all the things that didn't work for a long time? Like how many things that didn't do anything at all did people smoke in a pipe? I mean, just think about it. Like nope, tried carrots, didn't work. Why would you keep doing it? You know what I mean?
Because eventually they found good stuff to put in pipes and smoke.
I got friends who are still doing research on this.
Yeah, it's really out of the lawn. Today I smoked clover. Yeah. Nah, man, I remember the anarchist cookbook said that you could get high off of nutmeg, and my boys and I decided to try that out. Bought some nutmeg at the store. Well,
how'd that work?
It makes you sick real fast. So none of us consumed the incredible dosage that was recommended in the anarchist cookbook. We all did much smaller amounts of it. I did the most heroic of all of them. And I was physically ill and had bad trips. So don't do nutmeg. But
we'll get you high.
It did something. I mean, there is a reason your friends aren't partying with it. Okay.
No, bro, no.
Anyway,
but next up.
But the thing is, though, inspired by that, though, we did try quite a bit of the spice cabinet. Ran through the bong.
Of course you did. Next up, oh my, Papa Wolf and Krampus. It's a picture of Skeletor and Evelyn from He-Man, and they're in a library. And Skeletor says, "Damn girl, are you a newspaper?" And Evelyn goes, "No, why?" And the next panel, Skeletor is laughing maniacally and says, "Because you got a new fucking issue every day." And Evelyn is looking like resting bitch face personified.
No, that's not resting.
No, that's acting bitch face. Yeah,
yeah, that's gripping for the handle of your sword.
Yeah, that's die, motherfucker, die.
Nice.
All right.
What did I do? I broke it. Sorry.
All right. Deborah M., friend of the show, Deborah M. It's a picture of Steven Tyler. He's got like big glasses on and his hair up in kind of like a weird bun kind of configuration, and kind of like a giraffe print blouse looking thing and a vest and his jewelry and all that. And it says, "Steven Tyler looks like your friend's mom who didn't care if people drank as long as no one drove." Yep.
Nice.
That's what you look like.
That's pretty.
I think it's the glasses. I mean, it's definitely the hair too, and the earrings, but and the jewelry,
and his
the blouse.
face even.
And his face and his lips, but the sunglasses aren't helping.
No, the sunglasses and the hair and the shirt.
Yeah, interesting tie-in. Because we like to talk about DC people. I had a friend of a friend who was in high school with Colin Powell's kids, and apparently Colin Powell was the house where it was okay to drink so long as you didn't drive. And
nice.
Gave him a very twisted, like he had this sour opinion. I didn't have any idea. This is before the war. This is before I knew about the My Lai massacre and his involvement in it and everything. It was like, oh, I mean, I don't know. It's like, you don't want to condemn a guy just because he lets teenagers drink in his house. It's like real neutral about it. Anyway, killer. All right. Gonna hop on to where are we at? Round 2, the irreverent round. Yeah, that's right.
I'm not actually done just yet.
He's still rolling.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, this is my last one right here.
Sorry.
Good Lord, dude. Give me the light next time. All right, friend of the show, friend of the universe, Jason Jester. It says, "When you let one rip in an elevator," and it's a picture of Kim Jong-un, not friend of any fucking buddy. And he's surrounded by a bunch of Korean ladies in military uniforms, but they all got like these really sad or terrified or disgusted looks on their face. Like he just did something really, and he's sitting there smiling like an idiot. And yeah, when you let one rip in an elevator.
That's
I
fine.
feel this.
They're all crying.
Except for like okay, talk about resting bitch face. That one up front, she don't even give a fuck.
She's upwind.
Actually, so what's really going on in this picture is that they're crying out of excitement to meet him. Even if they're not like genuinely feeling that way, that's like the way to respond around him to not get disappeared. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
Can the
So-
universe take him out?
Wow.
Jason's got a tight Kim Bung-il.
Yes. Hey,
The Bung-il
now
is the
that
fart
was
joke.
my round 2. Now, Sizemore, would you like to do the irreverent round?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, indeed. So
You finished your number 2 with a fart joke.
I did.
hey,
I did. Keep it classy.
We gotta figure out a way to give points for that. We should have a point system. Okay. This first one's from friend of the show, David King. He has got a picture of a canister of uranium ore. And it's got a 3-star rating on Amazon. It says, great product, poor packaging. Patrick McGovern says, I purchased this product 4.47 billion years ago, and when I opened it today, it was half empty. So that was pretty good. This is CBS Sports MLB, which is, I don't think, a friend of the show. I think this is probably a first-time appearance. But they reposted that this man keeps his word. We see here Austin Huff at Austin Huff. He says, if this tweet gets 5,000 likes, I will find this jacket, buy it, and wear it to a Cubs game. And it's some woman in this pink frilled, like in ostrich feathers, floral printed jacket. Very bright. Fuchsia, I think, would be maybe a color. I don't know. And he's there at a Cubs game wearing the jacket, and he's got a t-shirt that says, I tweeted something dumb and now I'm paying for it. Which, given as many dumb people as there are in our world, you'd think this would be a more common format for apology, but no, this is the only time I've seen it. Anyway, 4,500 comments, 292,000 reactions. Yeah, nice. America likes a person who keeps his word. I knew that I forgot something that happened this week. Jerry Springer, former mayor of Cincinnati and one of the original Shock Jock TV guys with his reality TV, he passed away this week. And friend of the show, Christian Yanakis, said, me honoring Jerry Springer the way he would have wanted. And we see a church. We see, I don't know, Michael, you might know better, but the green robes of the priest guy there, looking kind of, Catholic.
I think those are called robes.
Robes, got a green robe.
I think so.
Maybe some kind of leprechaun branch of the faith. There's some green, table there. We got a cross in the background. We have a picture of Jerry with flowers around it, and there looks to be a choir there with their hands folded in prayer. And it's captioned, me honoring Jerry Springer the way he would have wanted. And in the second panel, we got a full-on brawl. Rushing the stage. It's like, yep, that's what Jerry would have wanted, I think, guys. Oh, so
Steve.
It's funny. I have heard stories about fights breaking out at funerals. None of them were as funny as this meme. Just tell you. Friend of the show, Natasha Muse. Natasha, thank you for all the cards and letters. You are the sweetest. She says, as someone who knows nothing about tech or coding, it is very interesting to see Twitter continue to get worse in ways that would never have occurred to me. Every day it's like, oh, okay, so that's what all those people Elon fired were up to. Huh. Oh, yeah. Anyway, if you're not following Natasha Muse, you are missing out. I got 3 more here. Friend of the show, Matt Shivers says, inside of you, there are 2 wolves, and they both want mac and cheese. No lies detected there. I gotta tell you. All right, last one for this one. Friend of the show, Aaron Dobbs, posts this one from Audrey Porn, who says, damn boy, are you a bra? Because you make me uncomfortable, but society has brainwashed me into thinking I need you. Which I thought was great. Anyway, so that's wrapping up my round 2 Facebook for the blind. Handing it back to you, Michael, sir.
Here we go, round 3, penultimate round. We have a picture of a cute little puppy, and it says, "This is a wiener retriever, just like your mom."
Oh, fuck.
That's such a good joke. And obviously the dog is a cross between a dachshund and a golden retriever. All right, anarcho spirituality, just get used to it, okay?
Love it. Love it.
3/4 of my memes came from them this week. I just really enjoy. Actually, I think they gave up memeing for Lent, and now they're just like unloading everything that they've saved up over the last 40 days. There's so many, man. Anarcho spirituality has this picture of a cop. I think it's probably from G.I. Joe or something. Picture of this cop leaning against a car, and it says, "Your high school bully after he finds out how to keep abusing people into adulthood."
Oh, look, it's a cop. Hey, I go to high school with you?
Dude, this guy got pulled over. He got pulled over in a town neighboring the one I went to school in. He was drunk, and the cop was like talking to him, and then he's arrested him, or he's talking to him in the car still, and the guy's like, "Where'd you grow up, man? Did you grow up around here?" And the cop says, "Yeah, I went to school down here." His name's my school. And the guy goes, "Oh, do you know Michael Labune?"
Hmm.
And the cop said, "Yeah." Step out of the car. And
Oh!
and no bullshit, dude. And he got a DUI. So funny to me. Here's a text conversation we have with someone named Scott. The person writes, "I have something on my mind and I really want to tell you, but I'm scared how you'll react." And Scott replies, "You can tell me anything, babe. I promise I won't have a bad reaction." And they say, "I love you. I've been wanting to say it for a few weeks." And we see that was read at 12:40.
Mm-hmm.
And then Scott replies with a picture of a boar with its head exploding.
Fuck does that mean?
I don't know, Scott. It's a pretty bad reaction.
That's not a good reaction.
Here we have a cartoon, one panel cartoon from Boars, B-O-R-S. And it's a peasant holding some sticks in a bundle. The peasant says, "We should improve society somewhat." And then there's just like a modern day young man popping out of a well. And he says, "Yet you participate in society. Curious. I am very intelligent." This is just for all the arguments you see on Twitter where somebody just makes it says capitalism is shit. And then they're like, yet you work for money.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Fuck, man.
Yep.
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Fucking
Yep.
sober at fucking underscore sober says staying sober because at this point I'm committed to the bit. Feel that? We're just in too deep. Anarcho spirituality shows two billboards. I think I read this one last week. I don't give a shit. Two billboards. The top one says, "If you die tonight, heaven or hell." And then the billboard that's literally right below it just says, it's from Chick-fil-A, and it says, "Tell them the cow sent you." You die tonight, heaven or hell, tell them the cow sent you. And then you see a picture of someone hugging Jesus at the pearly gates, and he whispers, "The cow sent me." It's so stupid. But I dig it. Tiede Mason at no_goblins says, "I love how the Bible is abundantly clear that rich people will go to hell, and everyone just kind of ignores that part." We're coming after the rich today. And Arco Spirituality says, "To teach my kids a lesson about socialism, I gave all my kids a list of chores that I thought they could handle, but I set their allowances at the same level. Then I had the CIA murder me and install a puppet dad." I have two more
Best
memes for
tweet
this round.
ever. Best tweet ever.
This is dope. This is a picture of a skyscraper, and someone is like projecting a message, like huge words, onto the wall of the exterior of this skyscraper, and they wrote, "The wrong Amazon is burning."
Wow. That's deep.
Yeah, it's cool. And lastly, anti-capitalist underscore. You didn't see that one coming. This one's not anarcho-spirituality. This is anti-capitalist. And it's a distorted picture of a kid sitting with his arms folded, and it says, "Shut up. My dad works for the CIA and can get your entire neighborhood addicted to crack." And that's all I've got for my penultimate round, leading only my post with the most. Back to you, Tiede.
Alrighty, time for my penultimate round.
Whoop.
Word I could not spell if you offered me $1 million.
I bet you can figure it out.
I'm not a good speller, man.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's like the word ultimate with like
Pen.
the word pen right in front of it.
Yep.
You're assuming I can spell the word ultimate.
Or the word pen.
Exactly. All right, front of the show, Bob Golan. It's a two-panel. In the first panel, we got a man and a woman talking to each other, and the man goes, "Do you have any children?" And the woman goes, "Yes, I have one. It's just under 2." And the second panel, the guy zoomed in and goes, "I know how many one is."
I know how many one is. He's so defensive.
Right. Old face magenta, new to the show, just says the gender neutral term for sugar daddy is glucose guardian.
Nice.
I love that her username is @local_emo_mom.
Right. All right. Ashley Reisinger at a right singer says our dog knows way too many phrases now, so my husband and I have resorted to talking like Victorian nobility to get anything by him. Have you taken the dog on a brisk adventure recently? Would you escort the canine to the backyard forthwith? Has he supped yet? There's truth in this.
I like this code. This is good.
You're right. All right, next up, we got Deborah M in front of the show. And it just says, when you're trying to be a ray of sunshine, but MFers keep testing you. It's a picture of this little fat dog with his eyes clenched, kind of looking over it, but he's got this weird little flower collar hat thing on his head, and he got a Marlboro hanging from the lips, and he's just like, he's just like, fuck it, man. I'm over all this shit.
Don't you hate it when you go into work just dressed like a flower and people just don't appreciate it? And you're like, fuck this.
Every day when I go to work, man.
And then you have a cigarette. It's good stuff. Nice.
All right. Internet Hall of Fame post a picture from Fox 6 News, and it says an alligator is swimming in a Florida lake with a knife in its head. And sure enough, it's a picture of an alligator with a knife in its fucking head. And it says, I'm pretty sure whoever pulls the knife from the gator's head gets to be the new king of Florida. And then someone commented, "Excaligator."
That's awesome.
I think that might be the new name of the show. It might be the king of Florida.
The new
I
king
mean,
of
seriously,
Florida.
like that's how you become the king of Florida, man.
Sure.
Anyway, I'm only here for the jokes. Post a picture of this well, somewhere in her 20s, maybe looking lady, smiling, sipping some orange juice. And it says 9 out of 10 studies conducted by me say adding vodka to your orange juice will make mornings much more tolerable. I'm Andrew Tiede, and I approve this message.
Follow me for more life hacks.
Right. Okay. Next up here, Bong Master Rob, my buddy, posted a picture and it says, my high ass thought this old lady was a Muppet. And it's an old lady bent over, but her hair is done in such a way, and her glasses are positioned on her head, and there's a headband going through there. It's a fucking Muppet, all right? And you can't convince me it ain't.
Nice.
Dude, that scares the fucking shit out of me.
Yeah.
Right?
I would catch that out of the corner of my eye and I would turn. And my first thought was, there's a 5 foot Tarantula.
Yeah, I kind of see that one too.
Oh God.
All right.
All
Next
right.
up here,
Aw.
halfway through here, I think. Deborah M, friend of the show once again, says, therapist, what do we do when we feel like this? Me, dark magic. Therapist, no. And it's a picture of Grogu from The Mandalorian with a voodoo doll, looking happy as fuck, by the way, stabbing needles into the voodoo doll.
I've had this look on my face for the exact same reason.
I mean, I can see it. Front of the show, Renee Redder posts this one.
Hey!
Repost from Soul Vibes here. It's a picture of Kermit the Frog in what looks to be like the aisle of a grocery store, looking kind of like freaked out. And it says, when you leave the store without buying anything, and Kermit's labeled, act natural, you've done nothing wrong.
Dude, he's doing that face when he makes the noise like, "Woo!" Like,
yeah, like the Rut-Row Raggy.
I don't know how to do it. Oh, it's perfect.
All right, next up,
Ooh.
Jason Crowley, friend of the show, reposting painfully punny and funny. It says, when someone tells you something so profoundly stupid that your brain crashes and has to restart. And it's this cat-looking thing. One eye very much open, but confused, and the other one's very squinty, and his mouth is open in a very weird position, and he just like all like, duh. And yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, his brain's going through Control Alt Delete. All right, friend of the show, low carb yum, says how the world. It's two pictures. It says how the rest of the world sees American food, and it's this big old platter full of French fries and some meat, and just almost completely slathered in cheese. And the next panel is the picture that says American food, and it's this big old platter of French fries with some toppings, and it's mostly slathered in cheese.
Yeah. These are the same picture.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
And I would eat this.
Oh,
America.
woof.
I have eaten this.
I've been to Waffle House at 3 a.m. in the South. I've eaten this.
Oh,
God,
How are you guys still alive?
man, the last time I ate at Waffle House at 3
Spite,
a.m.
Sizemore, we're alive out of spite.
I fucking barfed in my elephant ear plant.
Ew.
Yes. I got some more here. I'm not done yet. Don't give me the light.
I know.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, you can move forward, but just say okay. Now this is the last one I got.
Whoa.
Happy nightmares, motherfuckers. Deborah M, friend of the show, says, me, I bet I could face swap with this pup. It would be cute. 2 seconds later, Jesus fucking Christ. Because what has happened is the face swap took the face of the lady and didn't put it on the face of the dog. It just put it on the little snoot of the dog. And the snoot, which is usually a very cute and affectionate thing, is now on the lady's face, but the nostrils look like the eyes are missing, and like her nose is gone, and her mouth is really creepy, and this is gonna haunt me for the rest of my fucking life.
Yeah, dude, that's like a really dead-eyed voodoo puppet right there. What do you got? Like
that's terrifying.
Like a voodoo doll face. Somehow it's a voodoo doll face.
Yeah, I'll buy that. So it's like if they did a live action of that movie Coraline.
Yes.
Oh man.
And the buttons fell off. Very creepy.
Right.
Super creepy. I thought noses were cute until now.
Yeah, I love little snoots of the puppies, little boop the snoot. But that's no.
Oh.
They've desecrated the snoot. But
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
that's my
out.
round 3, leaving only my post with the most.
Okay.
Go ahead, Sizemore.
I love facts that are just fucking crazy. So did you know that as Vice.com reported, Pornhub blocks all of Utah from its site? Apparently this is a recent phenomena, but initially in 2016, Utah declared porn a public health crisis, an epidemic that is harming the citizens of Utah and the nation. So members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints recently and historically represented the majority of legislators in Utah. And in 2009, Utah was considered the online porn capital of the world because it had the most consumers logging on in the United States. In 2021, Cox signed a law, Governor Cox, I believe, that would require device manufacturers to add adult content filters on all smartphones and tablets sold in Utah. Did
Man
you?
is a disgrace to his name.
Did you? I know, Cox. Come on, Cox. Anyway, but I'd never heard of this before. So apparently, Utah and Pornhub have beef, and I did not know that they were trying to restrict all porn in Utah because they really, really, really like porn in Utah. Like, it's a very strange. Anyway, so there you go. You know what? I think that's funny. Next up, friend of the show, Andy Ziesler, has reposted David Sachs, who says, "Tonight I'll be watching Fox News drinking Bud Light." Not. And Andy Ziesler has commented, "Circa 1992 comedy is legal again." If you skip down 2 comments, Delbert Seasons has responded, "What is the deal with Ross Perot's running mate, Admiral James Stockdale?" Anyway, jeez, not. Yeah. Friend of the show, Father Nathan Monk, making his first appearance in the show in my round, the 3rd round. This is so late for Father Nathan Monk. He has posted a sign posted. It's got 2 signs, and one says "Same old mistakes," and the other one says "Glorious new mistakes."
Yeah.
Father Nathan Monk comments, "It's a new day, and you make the choice of its direction." Yeah. Glorious new mistakes, I say. Well, maybe some old mistakes, just kick the day off. Anyway, loved it. Here we see a picture of a scuba diver with a machine gun. Because apparently you can fire machine guns underwater. This looks like some kind of weird, I don't know, special ops training or something. And it's captioned, "Americans, after learning a group of fish is called a school."
Oh.
USA.
We're number 1.
Nobody can shoot fish like we can, man. I can shoot fish, man. This next is a post from Socialist Seinfeld. If you're not following Socialist Seinfeld, you are missing out. I believe I got this one from a friend of the show, George, and it features George Costanza. Coincidence? Her.
I think not.
We see a 4-panel here, and we see George saying, "They're trying to build a prison. Trying to build a prison for me and you to live in. Another prison system for you and me to live in." He says, "Oh, baby, you and me." He says, "All research on successful drug policy shows that treatment should be increased and law enforcement decreased while abolishing mandatory minimum sentences." What's the deal with private prisons? America's Best Patriot has posted, "The reason all you fascist MAGA fools keep losing your money is because you simply are not, because you fools keep losing is because you simply are not sending Trump more of your money. If you want to start winning again, send the entire Social Security check this time." As the orange toddler in chief, the former president, is pictured here saying, "You send me your money, all of you, send me your money now."
Yeah.
Oh man. This next one's a meme that I made. My friend of the show, Ben, made a face of Tucker Carlson looking like he really wants to see the manager. And it says, "The firing of Tucker Carlson is the worst thing to happen to his viewers since the passing of the Civil Rights Act." This is from, oh my God, friend of the show, I believe David Feldman. And if you're not following David Feldman, I'm literally saying you're missing out. Truly, you really are, man. David Feldman's the bomb. This next one's a picture of Jesus in his robes and everything, but he is holding a gun, of course. And it says, "If they are hungry, cut benefits to programs that feed them. If they are sick, deny them health care. If they are strangers, deport them. Republicanians 1324.
We're quoting a lot of scripture on this show tonight.
GOP Jesus. Oh, it says here on the side, follow Republican Jesus on Facebook. Friend of the show, George Cruikshank, has a picture here of an older man, middle-aged man with an FBI jacket on, banging away on a laptop. And it's captioned, all you need is more money. Don't worry about the planet. Don't worry about other people. Just focus on that hustle. Rise and grind. What color is your Bugatti? I don't know, man. George does a lot of stuff about the grind. I don't know. Trippy. Got about 4 more left here. This one I caught on TikTok, I believe, but I screen captured it. This one was just saying, when I just wanted to go run my errands in Chester County, Pennsylvania with no problems, but there's an ongoing manhunt for Bam Margera, who is running loose in the woods, thus making him Pennsylvania's newest cryptid. See, Tiede, I got close to a Sasquatch, but instead I got Bam Margera, who I believe is associated with the Jackass television show. And when the police when the police went to his house, he ran into the woods. I had to look him up, but I was like, that's okay.
Oh no, man, I know who Bam Margera is. That's like that's guys, I've been watching him since I'm 12 years old.
Oh, nice.
Back when he was just making skate videos. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, there we go. So got about 2 more left here. This one's from friend of the show, Steve Rendell. Steve Rendell making second appearance in the show. And he says, happy anniversary. So I believe he's done this bit before, but it's a 2-panel. And we have a woman in a very colorful sweater that looks like maybe she's from like a 70s or 80s children's TV show. And she's got a puppet. And she's saying to the puppet, I can't tell what it is, Mr. Squiggle. And they're looking at a portrait on the wall. And Mr. Squiggle says, that's because it's upside down, Rebecca. And she flips the portrait upside down, literally upside down, and says, oh, it's Mussolini.
That's awesome.
I don't even know why I'm laughing, but I am. My tummy kind of hurts. It's good. It's a good one. This one was in the running for one of my most popular posts, almost my post with the most, maybe post with the almost most. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, but this is from The Onion, friends of the show, The Onion. And we have a picture of Goofy at Disney World, and it says, Goofy beats Ron DeSantis to death with crowbar. You see,
Jesus.
Goofy has a crowbar, and there's a lot of blood spatter around. There's blood on the crowbar. You know, Goofy looks unfazed. Goofy looks goofy. A lot of people resonated. I don't know if it was Disney or Goofy or the crowbar, but a lot of people were, you know, happy to think about Ron DeSantis tussling. So that is all but my post with the most for, where are we at? May 2nd, 2023. Now on to Michael, your post with the most, wrapping it up.
That's right. My post with the most comes from @jesting_time. Jesting.
Yeah.
Like joking. @jesting_time. And he says, bro, I cannot wait for when I am without sin. First thing I'm going to do is cast the first stone. This got him 23,000 likes. Cannot wait till I'm without sin. First thing I'm doing, cast the first stone.
That is hilarious. Excellent.
Tiede's post with the most.
Tiede's post.
All right.
It's coming up.
Bringing us in here. My post with the most this week comes from me. And I just asked the question, where's the lie? And it says, realtor, 38 people have died in this house and it's haunted. And the picture is labeled horror movie families. And it's a family with a couple of kids and, just your average white family. And they're just coming in boxes all carrying and just smiling, happy as shit. They moved into that haunted house.
Moving right in.
Yep.
Every horror movie ever.
Oh, I loved all the Poltergeist movies. They're so good.
Hell yeah.
So good. All right, my post with the most. Let's see here. To the 14 people always liking my posts. Y'all want anything from the gas station? And bitches, let me tell you what. Look at this. 59 people did.
Yeah.
I got chili cheese fries, peanut M&Ms, ho-hos. My friend Rochelle eats corn nuts. She said, please.
Listen, corn nuts.
Yeah,
I
dude.
can't handle the corn nuts breast.
I love corn nuts.
Oh, no.
They're tasty, but you taste them for 6 days.
Nah, dude. I like,
All right, did we do it?
we did it.
I think we did it.
But how do we stop doing it? Oh, here we go.
You usually say that constitutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, that constitutes a full and wholly represented episode of Facebook for the Blind for May the 2nd, 2023. Thank you all so much for coming. Mwah.
Love you, George.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.